When Prototype released in 2009, it became genre-defining. It was the best open-world superhero game because there weren't a lot of competitors. So when Daddy Activision came knocking at the door with both fists and told Radical Entertainment that they, God forbid, had to make a game, they gave us the creatively named Prototype 2. Prototype 2 is quite a controversial topic between the 7 people who still talk about Prototype.
There are dozens of us.
Some didn't like the main character, others didn't like the story, those guys over there didn't like the traversal, and that guy over there didn't like the combat. But I'm here to make the brave statement that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't that bad. First of all, the traversal. Radical Entertainment put their blood, sweat and tears into this, and it's with a heavy heart, I have to say, it's worse. And not for some petty reason, like the jump button being press and hold. Gliding was a staple of Prototype 1, allowing you to go over objects rather than around them. Pretty cool, right? This is probably all in my head, like my audience. But jumping in Prototype 2 kills so much horizontal momentum, it almost feels like it becomes obsolete after a certain amount of running upgrades. At a certain point, it feels like it's faster to run than fly. However, this implies that you spent a good amount of your precious time finding collectibles so you can get access to the majority of movement upgrades. I know what you're wondering. Which collectibles upgrade movement? I don't know. You have to gamble. I mean, invest to get the desired upgrade. There are 3 types of collectibles, in quotes, because only one type can be truly collected. The other types are just mini missions, lairs. These are holes in the ground where you find either the infected, soldiers, or both. Simply encourage your targets to relinquish their lives and you'll complete it. Black boxes. These are audio logs found on the bodies of Black Watch soldiers. These are a pretty cool piece of world building, but then you start asking questions like why there are dead bodies in the green zone, on random rooftops. Field ops. These are locations where soldiers and scientists stand around and experiment. You can either stealthily take them all out, or you can choose to use more persuasive methods. Also, the parkour system is automatic, just like the one in Prototype 1. Despite being in a new game, it still manages to have the same issues. Running up a wall and encounter a microscopic lip, you're going to do an entire backflip and fall all the way back down. We can't talk about Traversal without talking about the map. For some reason, they decided to split the map into 3 zones: green, yellow, and red. The only way to move between these zones is to fast travel at predefined points in the map. While this was probably due to engine limitations or something, this is a huge downgrade from the original game. It would have been amazing to go from the calmness of the green zone, the chaos of the red zone in one single, running session. So my opinion of the Traversal is 10 out of 10 IGN. The combat is a mixed bag. We have the base powers, whip fist, hammer fist, blade, claws, and replacing the muscle power, which has just become passive, is the tendrils ability. The new power system allows you to mix abilities and create new combos, like holding opponents in place with the tendrils and then following up with blade or claws. The other combos are, that is the only combo. On the bright side, we still have devastators, which are always cool. These run on critical mass, which you gain by consuming things. By the way, there's an upgrade that allows you to gain critical mass through combat, allowing you to spam devastators. There are actual new abilities like Pack Leader and Biobomb. Pack Leader allows you to spawn the least irradiated Japanese people to your aid, and Biobomb is what boomers thought the vaccine would do. Also, the defense system got revamped. You can now parry, which would be great for one-on-one situations. Sadly, outside of certain plot points, you will always be jumped. I have great news though. The dodging mechanic actually works now, timing of which is extremely generous. All you have to do is spam the space button and you can avoid all forms of damage. But seriously, the combat is way more forgiving. You can unlock finishes on basically every vehicle that would be a threat to you, no initial damage required, and just like real life, you can grab an officer's weapon, or this game's equivalent, stealing the armaments of vehicles, just in case you thought you actually had to fight your enemies. Once again, I'm being overly cynical. There are some aspects about this game I do like the hunting system. No, not the YouTuber one. While it is very bare bones, it's something new. I know it's just an expanding circle with a sepia filter on it, but at least it's not a quest marker. Now a look into the stealth system, which is it's passable. There's some really unrealistic moments, like you running around a corner and then suddenly everyone forgetting about you. And then there's the fact that bumping into a guy is more suspicious than running up a wall. But hey, you can't win them all. But what about the story? Our protagonist is a man named James Heller. While he was deployed, he suffered the minor inconvenience that is losing your entire family to an outbreak of a virus. It was apparently caused by a man named Alex Mercer, the protagonist of the previous game. Such a high-level boohoo makes our main man a little bit unhinged, so he re-enlists to get revenge on the man he blames for this. We cut to a scene where James Heller is in an APC, and being a video game vehicle, it's obviously attacked, and somehow James is the only survivor. James sees Alex Mercer, and being the bastion of intelligence he is, decides to pursue the walking bioweapon alone with a knife. After a very long chase scene, Alex decides to flex on us and gives us combat-based aids. We are then later experimented on by Black Watch. Black Watch is this universe's evil for no reason organization organization that just seems really keen on making life difficult for everyone, themselves included. After learning a few of our own ability, James escapes, and then Alex proceeds to pull some bottom of the barrel gaslighting. And it works. He successfully shifts all of James' attention on Blackwatch. This is where the story somewhat blends in my mind, as you work with a pastor and keep on interfering in random Blackwatch operations as you gain more and more abilities, until a certain point of the story where you encounter humans with abilities similar to yours. You found out that Alex is creating a new race of people. They call themselves the Evolved. Why is he doing this? No man, he's evil. Somewhere along the way, the pastor, who serves as our moral compass by the way, dies. Rest in peace, pastor. You should have taken Moderna. And then we start working with Alex's sister, Dana. A little bit later, James finds out his daughter is alive, and just as he's about to rescue her, she's snatched up by Alex. He tells us that when she's ready, she'll become the mother to the new world, which is a massive Ayo moment, because what did he mean by this? Was he at the island? So we motivate him to stop breathing. James, after consuming Alex, decides to do this and change nothing? This is of course a gross oversimplification. There were many enemies along the way, both human and infected. Blackwatch. These are the bioweapon special forces. Their infantry carries various weapons, such as rifles, grenade launchers, homing rockets. When they're not targeting women and children, they will spam you with rockets and have you fighting for your life. They also have super soldiers who are excellent at hand-to-hand combat, you know, but I'm not dropping a rock on their head. Blackwatch also operates tanks and helicopters. These are a big pain at the beginning of the game until you unlock the previously mentioned finishes and farm them for free XP. The Evolved. These are Alex Mercer's super-powered goons. They provide some of the best 1v1s in the game, until they start spawning in threes. They also show up in unrelated missions just to make them harder, so yeah, that was fun. The Infected. Brawlers are the grunts of the army. To put it politely, the basic bitches. Juggernaut. Brawlers, but designed by inflationists. Hydra. 5G networking wires that have a latch-on attack that I just cannot dodge for some reason? Am I stupid? Goliath. A very large enemy that brings this game's lock-on system to its knees. I don't know what's hitting me or what I'm targeting. And Flyers. You will never see these outside of helicopter missions. You must be wondering if we will ever see another prototype game, and the answer is no. Like not a hypothetical no, like actually no. Radical Entertainment got Activision and is now relegated to helping them on their other projects, so prototype fans are going to be eating scraps for a very long time. They are not eating good, as the kids would say. Despite how much I've ragged on the game, I actually really like it. I actually played Prototype 2 before Prototype 1, mostly due to the fact that Prototype 1 had a wonderful flaw of just not running. For some reason, the version of Prototype 2 I got has the same issue, where you have to limit the amount of cores it uses. I truly appreciate Russian spyware. Anyway, see you in the next one.